Alright, ready to go. What's up, people? It's Logan Michaels here with another KUMITE combat. This is number 6, Return of the Tyson. Let's see if he can defend his title. He won KUMITE Combat 5. We've got a whole stack of opponents for him tonight. Some old, some new, some you might be familiar with if you've been watching, keeping up with the show. Some old legends, some old rivalries are going to flare up tonight. And, yeah. Couple of new characters. I got a little something special planned for the end of the prelims. My boys Nacho and Kyle. But let's go through some of the matchups. We've got Mike Tyson starting us off here against Vitor Belfort. Here at KUMITE Combat, we don't drug test, so Belfort's probably on the top of his game. We'll say that, huh? Yeah, might be a little roided up for this one. And then we've got Will Smith. He's losing all these acting deals, so he needs to find another way to make money, so he figured he'd take the Jake Paul route and start fighting people. So what better opponent to have than Jake Paul himself? So that'll be a good one. Then we got Scully Bones versus the Wolfman. Willie the Wolfman, I should say. No bones about it, that's going to be a good ass match. Scully Bones, great contender from Monterrey, Mexico. Willie the Wolfman, can't count him out. He's a brawler. Then we got the KUMITE legend over here, the Mummy. In one of the greatest challenges he'll ever face, we've got the Yeti for him. I think the Yeti's still yet to be knocked out. I could be mistaken. Might have got knocked out in the last one, but either way, tough competitor, big guy. Freddy Yeti versus the Mummy. Then we've got Giggles the Clown, who had a deep run in the last tournament. I was very proud of him. Giggles the Clown from outer space versus, that's Suzuki, that is Shogun Suzuki, winner of the 3rd tournament, I believe. Came out of nowhere. That was his debut tournament. He's like a dope ass samurai, tatted up Yakuza member. He's both Yakuza and a samurai. I don't know how it works. Then we got an old rivalry here from when I used to watch UFC as a kid. Good old Rashad Evans versus Rampage Jackson. They had quite the falling out on the Ultimate Fighter, being coaches. It was entertaining stuff, to say the least. And then Action Bronson, back again after an unfortunate showing at the last tournament on his return. Figured I'd give him a softball this time, get him back in fighting shape. He's going against Lil Clout, the SoundCloud rapper, who's blowing up right now with his hit song. I just got knocked out by Bruce Lee. Because last KUMITE combat, he got knocked the fuck out by Bruce Lee. Done. Bruce Lee wasn't playing. And then there's one last fight, but I'll announce that when the time comes. Just give it another minute or two. Let the viewers fill up a little bit before we begin. Let's get into it. Mike Tyson, Vitor Belfort. The first round. The prelims. Starting us off hot. This is Vitor Belfort's first performance here at the KUMITE Combat. The the Cave of the Gold Cobras. I think that's what that venue's called. I'm not sure. I'm just making it up. Versus Mike Tyson, who debuted last tournament, ran through everybody, was victorious. See if you can do the same here tonight. But again, we don't drug test, so one of the opponents at least could be very roided up, if not both of them. We'll see. We want people to get hurt here.
Are you ready?
Tyson looking ready.
Are you ready?
Vitor, the man of God, he's ready. Here we go. Starting off KUMITE Combat 6. Thank you all for tuning in. Should be an incredible show tonight. Good knees there. Big right. Big right from Tyson. Vitor already in the ropes. A 12-6 elbow connects. Followed by 2 punches. Blocks the kick though. Go for that 12-6 again. Mike Tyson bringing out some moves. Didn't know he had these kind of moves in his arsenal. He's evolving. He's adapting. Looks pretty damn good for his 50s. See what Vitor has in store. Good right hand there. Oh, catches a foot in the face. Gotta watch those hands from Tyson. 3 hits connect. Great combo from Mike Tyson. From Iron Mike. The Iron Man. Big. Oh my god. There's that spinning back fist that knocked out the Wolfman. 3 huge hits. My god. Vitor already on the ropes. Tyson looking great. Don't knock him out yet, Tyson. We've got time to fill. Can't have this only go a minute. Oh, there's that spinning back fist. That is deadly when Mike Tyson's throwing it. Winding up bitch slap. Spinning bitch slap. He kicks it. He threw a good kick to the stomach there. Three minutes left in the first round. Ooh, crunching kick to the ribs there. Ooh, good kick to the legs from Vitor. Straight to the face. Tries to connect again. Gets 2 punches instead. Big front kick, man. Though I gotta watch out for that. Kick to the legs there. Vitor really using his leg work now. Oh, now he's hitting his haymaker. Really switching it up. As we all know, the momentum can switch here, just like that. All it takes is a couple of good punches and it could go your way. Ooh, there's a good kick there from Vitor. Big uppercut. Oh, that was a vicious kick to the head from Tyson. Uppercut. Ooh, spinning back fist. Vitor now looking aggressive. Front kick, no dice. Kick to the ribs there. 2 jabs. Oh, there's a 4-punch combo right there from Mike Tyson. Ooh. Some leg kicks. Thrown in a flurry here. Oh, nice head kick from Vitor. Shook him up. 1 minute left to go. First round. Oh, big head kick from Mike Tyson. Oh, follows it up with the spinning back fist too. Oh no, can't handle 2 more of those. And it's done. 1, 2, 3. He's out of there. Somebody get the damn ambulance. Mike Tyson, impressive showing. Thought I was going to go to the second round there for a second, but just biding time. Big spinning back fist. My God. Before that was like a huge kick to the face. Another spinning back fist. Big win by knockout here. Mike Tyson moves on. Could have saw that coming. Because it's the return of the Tyson. Oh, this venue's so cool. I wish this venue would exist in real life. think the next fight we'll do over here on the right side. On the east side, we'll give it a minute or two. No rush. Trying to think of the fight I'm most looking forward to. Well, definitely the last fight in the prelims. Definitely looking forward to that fight. Will Smith, Jake Paul is going to be good. Rampage Rashad's going to be good. We'll see. Tyson versus Mummy could be a really good fight. Alright, let's get into it. Let's do it. Giggles the Clown versus Shogun Suzuki. Samurai versus the Clown. It's going down. I have a feeling this is going to be a hell of a fight.
Are you ready?
Let's see what Giggles the Clown can do. Very impressive showing last tournament. Made it very deep into the... I think Tyson took him out. I can't remember who, but no shame in that. Here we go. Suzuki looking active right away, but he keeps missing. Tries to go for the head kick. Oh, acrobatic move there. Quite the maneuver from Giggles. Good jab. That was a stunning jab from Shogun. Kick the ribs. Both men still sizing each other up. Oh, getting fancy there. Giggles looking confident. Gives him the wiggles. Oh, big head kick. Woo! Followed up by 4 or 5 strikes. Tries to go for the Superman punch. Suzuki definitely on the defensive. Trading blows there. Oh, big heel to the face. Giggles. Giggles just picking her apart. Everything seems to be landing. Big left hand there from Suzuki. See if we can get some offense going. For that head kick again. Ooh, snapped a good right hook there. Clown did not see that coming. Ooh, big uppercut followed by a huge head kick. Vicious cartwheel kick. By God! Clown's bringing it all out. Full arsenal. Both men giving it their all. Oh, kick to the pecker there. We'll let it fly. Clown don't play that shit though. He got pissed. Damn, he's crunching his kneecap. Not sure what he's trying to go for there. Whatever it is, gotta be deadly. Big head kick. Oh, incredible. Suzuki looking stumbled. We got less than 2 minutes here in the first round. Crunching those knees. Whoa, what was that? A falling crane kick. Clown's looking alright. He told me before the match if he doesn't beat Suzuki, he might hang it up tonight. For good. Oh no. We might be seeing that. Suzuki devastating blow. Big left foot. Didn't see it coming. Oh my god, big right hand. Suzuki, man, he's a kickboxer, but he's got some... he can throw some hands too. Oh, Superman punch. How you doing? Clown looked to be in control early on, but I don't know. Seems like this last part of the round went to Suzuki. We'll see. Got 30 seconds left here. Just about. Oh, he's staggering. It looks like he's ready for the fatality. Can the Clown finish him off? Tries to go for the ender. Saw it coming. Think we'll live to see another round. Three seconds. Yep, looks good. End of the first round. That was a hell of a first round. A lot of back and forth. Toe in the ear. Dug out some earwax there. Suzuki really going for it. There's that left haymaker that put Clown on the ground. The cheeks to the mat. Let's see how the second round is going to prevail here. Suzuki with the sign of respect. He's usually pretty evil dude. But no one's as evil as Giggles the Clown. He's trying to prove that here tonight. Both men throwing some punches. Ooh. Went for that skull crushing, kneecap crushing move there. Didn't work out. Went for the well one too many times. Cartwheel kick though connects. My god. My goodness. Big head kick. Followed by a couple of jabs. A body punch. Not looking good for Shogun here. Create some distance. Ooh, that spinning back elbow. That put Shogun Rua out. One of the most incredible knockouts I think I've ever seen in KUMITE combat. Spinning back heel kick. Does not connect. Oh, grabs his foot. Oh, he tried to go for the same move that knocked Shogun Rua out. That would have been crazy if the Clown could have repeated a move that Suzuki perfected. The foot catch, spinning back elbow. Ooh, he's getting some vicious kicks off right now. Could be any moment here for Suzuki to fall down, but I'm not counting him out just yet. Oh, there's that cartwheel kick from the zone. My god. Both men imitating each other's moves. That's straight up disrespectful. Oh, but that's even more disrespectful. Spinning back roundhouse takes out Shogun Suzuki, and the Clown lives to fight another day. Splattered in blood. My God, it's a horror movie out here. Come on, moves on to the second round. Take a look at that giant roundhouse kick there. Oh! Snapped off his neck. We should really get a medical team out here. So many matches, so little time. Let's see who I want to fight next. Decisions. Can't make up my mind. I think we better go with Rashad Evans versus Rampage Jackson. An old school rivalry rekindled here in the KUMITE. We're letting it ride. Bets in the chat. Who do you have? Both men. One of my favorites growing up watching UFC. I think Rampage had the better personality, but something about Rashad Evans I like too. Both very cocky individuals, but they can back it up. And they'll show you here tonight. No love lost between these two. So we head into the first round. And punch after punch after punch right now. It's gonna be a brawl. Might be a little sloppy. Ring rust. Series of body blows from Rashad Evans. Nice kick there from Rampage. Big jab stops whatever Rashad was thinking. A left from Rampage. Both men whiffing. Their depth perception is very off tonight. Before the fight, we spun them around in circles a bunch of times. So they're dizzy boxing right now. Connects. Rashad. Now Rampage, a few of his own. Matter of fact, 3 of his own. Oh, big uppercut. Ooh. Then knocked Rashad Evans back a few steps. He's against the ropes. Not a good spot to be at. Rampage closing in again. That gut punch that everybody seems to love to do here at the KUMITE. Not very effective, but whatever. Can't argue with results. Bit of a standoff here. Kick to the ribs from Rampage. That gut punch, going for the gut punch again. Oh, really wound up that right hand. My God. Evans feeling it. Backing up. He's back it up. Shot coming back. Kick the ribs. See if we can get a comeback going. 2 minutes here in the first round. just barely avoids a left hand that could have put him out from Rampage Jackson there. Still aiming for that body blow. The stare down. Right hand connects from Evans. Going back to the body blow. Big right hand in the left hand from Rampage. It's a shame you can't power slam in these rules. Rampage would love to power bomber shot Evans through the damn ring. Oh, that was a healthy uppercut. My God, good googly moogly. Another left. Shot looking shook here early on. He's been staggered quite a few times out there. We reached less than 40 seconds here in the first round. 30 seconds. Whiffs a haymaker. Big straight there from Rampage. Seconds. And it looks to be the end of the first round. Lukewarm finish there, but we'll take it. We'll take it. There's 2 more rounds. We'll take a look at some highlights here. There's that uppercut. That knocked him back a few seconds for damn sure. It's a big left foot there from Rashad Evans. Here it is. Wow! God damn. The second round begins. Oh, starts off with a vicious uppercut. Rampage really connecting with those uppercuts tonight. Rashad looking like he's backing up. Looking a little defensive out there. Both men trading blows. Ooh, Rampage really just picking them apart right now. I believe this is Rashad's first appearance at the tournament. Rampage's second. I might have had him early on. One of the early KUMITE combats back when there was no rules. Now he's got rules. We added one more rule. There are no rules, bitch. That's the rule. So now even less rules than the last rule before. See how he fares. Looking good here tonight. My God. There's a big right hand. Puts Evans to the ground. Evans still going for that body punch. I don't understand. Gotta be a glitch in the game. Too many people do it. Ooh, right foot does not connect. Oh, big right hand from Rampage. Evans down to the ground again. It's slipping away from him. My God. Took one to the nose. Not looking good for Rashad Evans. I smell a KO. It's coming. Too much blood is spewing from his face right now. He's hanging in there though. For how much longer? I don't know if we can go another 7 minutes. Ooh. Try to catch him on that one. Oh, but he caught him on that one. Damn, he just hit the off switch on him. My God. Good googly moogly. Rampage Jackson moves on. In the hell of a grudge match against Rashad Evans. Sugar Rashad Evans. Looked good early on here, but did not last. That second round looked pretty foolish. Rampage looking fantastic out there. Yeah, there must be an off switch somewhere around your jaw. You just, boop, you're done. Rampage giving you the signature. After the fight, moves on to the second round. Let's go, Rampage. Good to see him back here at KUMITE. Alright. Plenty more fights here in the prelims. We got plenty more fights after that. If you're just joining us, welcome to KUMITE Kombat. This is our 6th installment. We do this every Monday from 8 p.m. to roughly around 11 p.m. Central Time. It's basically celebrity fighters, legends, and fantasy fighters all kind of mixed together in a KUMITE style tournament where it's all stand up, pretty much go to knockout or decision. And yeah, it's been a hell of a time. Mike Tyson won the last one. He's trying to defend his title. He already got a quick win over Vitor Belfort earlier in the stream today. I think we're gonna go ahead and go with Will Smith versus Jake Paul. Let's run it up. Put your bets in the chat. Who do you think is gonna walk out with the V, and who's gonna get the D? That's victory and defeat. We don't do W's and L's here. V's and D's. Should be a good one. Both men highly involved in the media today. Both men have shown their fighting skills on the grandest stages of them all. We've got Will Smith here, ready to smack a fool, versus Jake Paul, probably the most smackable person in our country. Well, maybe not, but you know, a lot of people want to hurt him. Damn, Jake Paul starting off good here. But he's messing with Mr. iRobot. I Am Legend. The Man in Black. Oscar winning Will Smith, Oscar banned. The bad boy. The bad boy of the Oscars versus the bad boy of the problem child of the YouTube video scene, I guess. I don't know what his title is. What is Jake Paul's job? Professional heel? I guess he's like a heel, a real life heel. People love to hate him. He's here to prove how great he is. We threw him in the KUMITE Kombat realm. That's how you prove if you really got what it takes. When you can fight fucking cavemen and mummies and Mike Tyson and shit. And rappers. Oh, big punch there from Will Smith. Ooh, toe to the nose. Will Smith coming out with a front kick. Paul, a boxer. Mr. Rex, how you doing, sir? Welcome to KUMITE Kombat 6. We got Will Smith and Jake Paul duking it out right now. Two of the most famous men in current history right now. Bad boys of their industry.
Big trick to the face to start it off.
Yeah, you got him right where you got the toes to the nose, huh? Should be a good one. Mike Tyson already won a fight against Vitor Belfort. Both roided up to the max, but Tyson squeaked away with it. And then Rampage Jackson just beat Rashad Evans. A classic matchup. Pretty sure the Clown won too. It's just Shogun, the Samurai. We reached less than 3 minutes here in the first round. Jake Paul, Will Smith, looking like a pretty even fight so far. Nothing too crazy. Oh, that was a big rib punch. You could tell that Jake felt that one. Couldn't pretend that didn't hurt. The stare down. Trying to psych each other out. Waiting for one of them to slip up, make a wrong move. Ooh, snapping some good punches there. Big 1-2. How do you do from Jake Paul? Crunching blow. Shit, I felt that one. Ooh, nice right hand. Jake Paul snaps off a right hand of his own. Uppercut to the ribs. Tries to go for a leg kick, gets a punch to the face. Head kick. Will Smith reaching high up there. Big head kick from Jake Paul. The problem child. 1 minute here to go. Both men thinking kicks. Will Smith, I'd say, delivered. Again. This time Jake Paul, stronger kick of the two. Quite the even fight so far. We might be in it for the long run. They're matching each other's moves. Almost identically. 30 seconds. Hey, Nacho with the modeler. You better tune in when the last match of the prelims shows up. I'm gonna need you to see that one. Ten seconds to go. Head kick from Will Smith. Trying to win this round. Ooh, he almost caught his foot there. That signifies the end of the first round. You hear the gong. That means you get back to your corner. So we look at some highlights. That big reaching left foot there. There's a punch to the balls, but that's only because Jake went in for a kick. Not Will Smith's fault. Ooh, toe in the armpit. Not fun. Second round. Cobras are steaming. The people in the karate gi are looking excited as ever. The crowd is going wild. Second round. Oh, starts off with a head kick from Jake Paul. Will Smith staggered already. Oh, he was leaning. He leaned into that front kick. He was looking so good in the first round. Now Will Smith not looking too great here in the second. I don't know what his coach told him in the corner. Probably lost another movie deal as we were fighting. Shook his confidence a little bit. Ooh, nice spinning back for some Jake Paul. Gotta say it. Gotta admit. Quick stare down. These men have been throwing the same punches at each other. Same kicks. Oh, they should have thrown a kick there, Will Smith, huh? Ooh, crunching leg kicks. Will Smith fakes a leg kick there. Probably could have connected if he went for it. Nice right hand. Oh, toe to the nose. There we go, Will. Will's backing up. He's getting back into it. He might make a career out of fighting. Who knows? Oh, big right hand from Smith. The Fresh Prince. Getting down on the problem child right now. Don't count Jake out though. He's tough as nails. I guess. He told me to say that. Nice right kick there. Superman! Stare down, persist. The calm before the storm. I'm feeling it. We wind down the clock here in the second round. About halfway through. Been back and forth for the most part. Tries to go for the uppercut, it gets blocked. Fatigue is settling in. Hopefully they're not too tired. They got like, they keep winning. That's like 4 fights. I don't know if they can keep going. See a lot of first round knockouts as this keeps going. 2 minutes to go in the second round. Kick to the shin bones. Shit hurts. Sweet shin music. 12-6 elbow. Ooh. Ooh wee. Snaps a jab. Big punch from Smith there. Oh, he kicked him in like the back. His foot wrapped all the way around. Put his toes in his back. Probably scratched him with his toenails. Oh, spinning back fist from Paul. That one looked like it hurt. Followed by a right hand. Well placed in the temple. That can shut you shit down. 1 minute to go. Blocks a head kick. Lots of blood on the gloves. Lots of blood in their face. Here at the KUMITE, we encourage blood. Ah, Superman punch into the galaxy. The Looney Tunes are playing in Will Smith's head right now. Ebony, that's all, folks. Let's see what happens. Nope, not yet. Will Smith holding on. He's holding on for dear life. We reach the final 10 seconds. Both men just kind of giving it up and going to the third round, I think. Oh, okay. Smith not even putting his hands up anymore. And there you hear the gong. That means we go to the highlights.
More blood, please.
We love blood. We've got a bloodlust here at KUMITE Combat. I agree with Mr. X. Look at that. Oh, kick to the throat. That's when Smith was like trying to go for a takedown, even though that's illegal. No, he tried to go for a nut punch. Yeah, we'll just keep playing that one. Just coof! Blocked him in the Adam's apple. Third and final round. Will we see this go the distance? My guess, no. Not after a kick like that from Jake Paul. Smith looking drunk out there. Physically and mentally abused. Oh, a big head kick. You think the guy who played Muhammad Ali could fight a little bit better than this? Just saying. Crunching rib blow. And again, he's like in his 40s, but that's okay. Mike Tyson's still killing shit in his 50s. No excuse. Let's see what the Fresh Prince can do, man. I think he's behind on the cards. Jake Paul's kind of got the fight if it goes to a decision. Will Smith better not let that happen. 4 minutes.
It was just metal patting you.
Yeah, he was method acting, but maybe he could have been a bit better. You think he'd actually be a good fighter? Fucking De Niro played the guy from Raging Bull. I think it's Rayleigh. No. Job. I don't remember the boxer's name that he played, but Reggie Bull. Anyways, he was such a method actor that I think he actually like told the boxer that was training him and fighting with him to like really actually fight him, and then he cracked his rib. But I assume De Niro could be in this fucking KUMITE combat, be just fine. He can handle a rib breakage. 3 minutes to go. Final round.
Oh wow, badass.
Yeah, he went full board. Even like Taxi Driver. That movie was so iconic just because of like the way he like got into the role. He literally took a job as a taxi driver out in like the city late at night, and kind of got a feeling of what life is like, you know, in that role. Probably why he was so iconic. Let's see if we can get an iconic knockout here in this round. It's all or nothing. Big uppercut, Jake Paul. Smith trying to get something going. He realized it's all or nothing here. Lots of blood, man. Looking like Eddie Guerrero and Judgment Day against JBL. That's a deep cut. It's a deep cut reference. And literally a deep cut because he bladed himself pretty horribly. Ooh, look at that right hand from Will Smith. Jake Paul against the ropes. Looking ready to be finished off. He gathers himself. Regains his composure. Body blow, leg blow. Oh, the toe to the nose. Knocks Will off his feet. He's back up though. I thought that was it. I really thought that was it. We're reaching the final minute here. Oh, knocked him stupid. Holy shit. That was reminiscent of Action Bronson taking out Drake. My God. Went in for a kick and just flew a couple of feet. Not going to be scored well in the third round there. But we could see a finish. Will Smith's got him on the ropes now. Oh, this is anybody's ball game, man. Ooh, Jake Paul making him pay. He wants the knockout. He wants the bragging rights. He doesn't want him to go to the decision either. He wants the cred. He's got to get those views. Knockouts get views. Man, he's not looking good though. He's really stumbling and bumbling right now. 20 seconds. Oh my God, this could go to a final finish here. A photo finish, if you will. A buzzer beater. Last KUMITE combat, we saw a knockout with 1 second left on the clock. Oh, here we go. One more blow. Ah, shit. It's going to decision. What a fight, though. What a fight. They definitely gave us our money's worth. That was a big Superman punch from Jake Paul. I don't even know who's going to win. I'm assuming Jake. Just because I think he had more knockdowns throughout the fight. Will Smith did look pretty good, though. He held his own. He might have a future in this fighting shit. Yeah, Jake Paul takes the win. He'll move on, but is that really a victory if you got to fight Mike Tyson in the second round? We'll see what happens with that. Oh shit, moving on. Halfway through the prelims here. We got 4 more fights before we move on to the second round. We're going to have to go with... Oh, let's go with this one. Actually, no, I lied. We'll go with this one. Scully Bones from Monterrey, Mexico. Versus the big bad werewolf from London, Willie Wolfman. I'm itching to play, so we're gonna play this one. Here we go. All right. That was whatever it was for you. Throwing a little Shawn Michaels at him. Alright, here we go. First round underway. A fantasy fight for the ages. A radioactive skeleton versus a werewolf. You'll see it all here, folks. Head kick from Scully. Coming in with the combos quick. Some body blows here. Wolfman gotta be more active out there. He's looking a little staggered. Might be a little drunk out there. He had a few bruises in the back. Not the best I would recommend for this. There we go, Wolfman showing some prowess. Some nice combos there. My God, uppercut city. Wolfman forgetting how to block with his hands. Has been blocking with his face, and that's not a good strategy. 4 minutes, only a minute here. Oh, look at that big 3-hit combo from Bones. He's looking good today. Could we see a deep run from either of these men? Oh, big kneecap shot. That'll bust out a leg. Oh my God, what a head kick. Good googly moogly. Could he do it again? Wolfman gotta learn how to block out there, man. Put those hands up. He's definitely intoxicated, folks. He's usually not this bad, I swear. There he goes. Maybe he's sobering up a little bit. Gotta go for a leg kick, get blocked. Both men waiting for the other to strike so they can counterpunch. Oh, doesn't need a counterpunch for that. Just a big old head kick. Scully Bones looking great here. Early on in this first round. Head kick. Connects again.
No bruise in the back.
Yeah, Wolfman's a drunk. He just haven't admitted it yet. He really enjoyed the last 2 tournaments where Steve Austin was in it. Unfortunately, he's not in this tournament, so he got a little extra emotional about it. So he drank more than he usually does. He didn't have beers to share with his buddy Steve. And he's paying the price right now because we got a fully charged nuclear reactive opponent for him. This is all Scully Bones here in the first round. 2 minutes left. Ooh, big foot. Big foot to the face. Half Pint, welcome to the chat, sir. You haven't missed the match I want you to see. It's still coming up. Big roundhouse to the face, my God. Minute 30 here in the first round. A 1-2, how do you do? Oh, you didn't say penis? That's because Nacho's modding it. Devastating. Spinning right foot to the face. Wolfman looking just way too drunk to fight. The man's inebriated, folks. We really shouldn't have let him fight tonight. He's almost made it a full round, though. That's pretty good. Superman punch followed up like 4 punches. I can't even keep track of this shit. Oh, Wolfman is down, dude. He does not look good. Game over for Willie Wolfman. Sober up and better luck next tournament, buddy. Scully Bones. That's adding to the highlight reel. My God, did you see that series of blows? And then that's the finisher. That spinning sidekick. That Harlem heel kick. Shout out Booker T for that heel kick. He's just like, Wolfman is done. He might need rehab. That's going to be a depressing loss for Willie the Wolfman. His confidence shattered. He got knocked out by Mike Tyson last round. So maybe he just has CTE from the last tournament. We might need to give him a break. Give him a week off. Scully Bones ready for it though. My God, he moves on. We get to the final 3 fights. We're moving over here. Action Bronson, one of our favorites in KUMITE, versus a relative newcomer. Well, he's a new guy in the last tournament. His name is Lil Clout, the 19-year-old famous SoundCloud rapper. Doing it for the clout. He's doing it for the social media views. He knows that bad press is still good press. So even when he gets knocked out in these tournaments, it gets in the views. Last tournament he got his ass whooped by Bruce Lee. Now he's being served up to Action Bronson, who had a few tournaments off. Didn't have a good showing last tournament. Now I'm giving him a layup. Let's see what happens. Don't count Lil Cloud out, but don't count Bronson out. He's vicious. Both men are around the same height. I'd say Bronson has like 200 pounds on him. Of course, Bronson in the gold trunks, Lil Clout in the rainbow unicorn trunks with the rainbow dreads. Look like Lil Pump out there. Bronson really showing him a thing or two. Both men rappers. One has talent. The other one's just riding the wave. Lil Clout goes for a kick there. Better watch out for Bronson's hands. He's a boxer. Woo! Cannons, people. Cannon. Damn, son, where'd you find this? Bronson, I want some fist here. Little 1-2. Clout's looking foolish out there. Can't seem to get anything to really connect. Head kick. Oh, knocks Clout down on his ass. His whole ass. Catches his foot. Big punches in the face. But he's gonna powerbomb him or something. I don't know what was gonna happen there. Love to see it when they catch that kick. Couldn't catch that kick. Oh, blocks that one. Bronson. Some punches of his own. Lil Clout was talking mad shit to Bronson before the tournament. He was tweeting up a storm. He actually got banned from Twitter. That's how bad it got. Oh, Clout gets a head kick. Oh, gets up, gets sat back down. It's me. Oh, man. You can only take so many punches to the face before you're just done. And that's the case here. Action Bronson. Looking great. What a hell of a warm-up for him. He moves on to the second round. Quite the impressive showing. Yeah, Kyle, my guess is if you tried texting or putting penis in the chat like you normally do, Macho's modeler. You gotta watch out. He's got my back. Alright, Bronson moves on. I'm pouring another beer. What? A little Steve Weiser. What? FYI, Steve Austin needed a break. He is not in this tournament. After getting all the way to the finals in the last one, losing to Mike Tyson. Alright, 2 fights here left to go.
Yeah. I was just asking where it is.
Oh. Well, I don't know where the penis is. You usually have it, right? Alright, we've got a big fight here. Big fight field tonight. We've got The Mummy versus Freddie Yeti. And then we got one more fight before we close off the prelims. Stay in tune for that. Alright, here we go. Bets in the chat. Do you have The Mummy? Or do you have the Yeti? We're letting it ride. The Mummy. A favorite of Kumite Combat. A legend, if you will. He's made a legacy for himself. Winner of the second tournament.
More than Senna versus Orton.
Bullshit. No, it was Knock Knock the Caveman versus the Mummy. That's the one that's pretty much Cena versus Orton. This is a first-time bout. The Mummy has never faced the Yeti. The Yeti has yet to be knocked out, to my knowledge, unless he got knocked out in the last one. I think they went to decision. Pretty sure. I don't know what happened. The Yeti's been looking good. Mummy's always good. So this is going to be a great fight. You a damn lie. No, it was Knock Knock, who's also not in the tournament. Needed a break as well. I've got so many damn crated fighters now that like I can't even fit them all in here. So I can give some a break, you know. What? There's only been 6 KUMITE combats, bruh. See, I don't know where you're getting your facts from. Probably falsefacts.com. But you might need to verify your sources next time before you start talking shit, Kyle. 4 minutes left, first round.
Donald Trump's fake news.
That's why he got banned from Twitter too. Because he was spouting fake news, bro. Mummy, look at that head kick, reaching high. Flexible little motherfucker. Yeti showing off his flexibility too. You didn't notice that little high kick. Snapping jabs. I heard as part of a mind game scenario that Mummy has yet to change his bandages since the very first time he made his appearance. Pretty disgusting, so he smells like shit. It does help with the mental game. Makes you not want to fight him.
Yeti hard enough, his pants will turn brown. For now.
Rex, it might happen. It could happen. Last time he sat on ketchup, that's what it looked like. 'Cause he had blood all over his ass. Maybe he was bleeding in his anus. That was my guess. Fractured hole. But he's back, man. Looking as hairless as ever. Yeah, he did that to cut weight. Otherwise, it's going to be too heavy. Even though it's an open weight. Doesn't matter. Oh, big, vicious knee to the nuts. We'll allow it. I'm going to allow this. Because it's the Mummy. He can break the rule. He's the Kobe Bryant of KUMITE combat. Whoa, that was the coolest thing I've ever seen happen without a hit actually happening. A duck and a leg kick, both missing each other. Less than 2 minutes to go. Left hand, right hand. Kick to the shin. Cartwheel kick to the head. Freddy Yeti looking pretty impressive here. Holding his own against a legend. Did we see a legend in the making? This is only Freddy Yeti's 3rd appearance. To my knowledge, my facts. Look at that head kick. Mummy looking quite shook right now. In the corner. 1 minute left. Yeti with the clear size advantage. That doesn't matter because the Mummy's beaten Knock Knock a few times and Knock Knock's probably just as big as Yeti. The Geico Caveman. That's who Knock Knock is, for those unfamiliar. 40 seconds left. $30 seconds. Let's see them finish strong here. Maybe not. Couple little jabs, staying active. Oh, try to go for a jumping something. What the hell? Tucked a roundhouse kick. That was very lucky on the part of the Mummy. It could have ended bad there. Ooh, right hand from the Mummy. Freddy Yeti not looking good here. Saved by the bell. Ooh. Gong signifies the end of the first round. Who do you think's winning this fight, guys? It's pretty close so far. My money's always on the Mummy, though. He's the dark horse of every tournament. You keep counting him out, he'll keep knocking him down. He's taking down cavemen. He's taking down samurais. He's taking down clowns. He can take down a Yeti. Second round begins. Spinning back kick from the Mummy. It's in the corner though. You don't want to be in the corner unless you got a rope-a-dope strategy. Right hand delivers. Special delivery. There's a left hand. Ooh, foot to the face. Ooh, that kick almost knocked him off his feet. He's going for the legs here. Yet he knows that the Mummy's feet are the most dangerous part of his weaponry. Oh my god, look at that. Cartwheel kick. We still yet to see that jumping crane kick, his signature move. The inventor of the toes to the nose. The originator. He's literally the oldest person that does it, so you really can't argue that fact. Yeti does have a better mental advantage than most of Mummy's opponents because he's used to smelling like shit. So the Mummy smelling like shit does not do anything for him. He feels like he's at home. Right kick there. Might be too hot though for the Yeti, you know? Another reason why he shaved down the fur. He's not used to these kind of hot environments. We got torches running everywhere. We've got steaming cobras. The caves are generally cold places, so well, I don't know. What am I rambling about? Whatever. 3 minutes left. Second round. Lots of back and forth. Lots of standing around. Tries to go for the head kick. Gets blocked. Get that shit out of there. Whiffs are right. Connects with the left. Ooh, dodges a little kneecap strike there. Superman. Super whiffed. Right hand gets blocked. Both men defensively doing pretty well. Offensively, they could use a little work. We're reaching the final 2 minutes here in the second round. Still anybody's ball game. Damn, I just noticed that giant fucking cobra with like 5 heads in the back. Why didn't I see that after like 6 tournaments? Big foot to the face. Connects for Freddy Yeti. He's got the Mummy against the ropes. Mummy's not in a good way right now. He's gathered himself. He looks fine. He looks calm, collected. Ooh, blocks that same kick that did so much damage last time. Whoa, Mummy loses his balance, trips up. You usually don't see that. The Mummy very well balanced. Not anymore. What a dangerous kick to the head. Freddy Yeti looking impressive here in the final 2 minutes of the second round. Could we see the Mummy fall in the first round? I don't know if he's ever lost in the first round of any of these tournaments. Could see it here tonight. Freddy Yeti looking impressive tonight. The changing of the guard out here. All the old heads are slowly dying away. we reach the final 30 seconds, second round. Say Yeti's up in my scorecard. That doesn't mean the mummy's out. Plenty of time to win this fight. Oh, gone. And there goes the second round. Well, that's the head kick that put Mummy on the ground for the second time. Oh, bam! I don't know what Mummy was going for. Just flailing his legs around. Just, oh, shit. Alright, camera crew only found that one highlight. That's sad. Third and final round. It's about to go down. Oh, nice right. Straight out the gate from the Mummy. Followed by another. Oh, he's looking weird. He's jerky movements right now. Well, I could go for some beef jerky. Perhaps the Mummy will turn him into beef jerky after this. Yeti flavored. Blocks a kick. That one hurt the knee. Uppercut. A flurry of punches from the Yeti. He's looking cool, calm, collected out there. He's in control. Mummy better pull out all the stops in this last round. Or he might end up with the D, dude. Nobody wants to take the D that hard in the first round. The jumping crane kick, a little one. Maybe that's just the appetizer before the main course. If he hits that, who knows? Put many men out. And creatures out. Rips a left there. Big head kick from the Mummy. Not looking good for Yeti. He's backing away. Against the ropes here. Little heel to the nuts. Nice dodge there into a gut punch. 3 minutes to go. Will they stay on their feet? Will this come down to a decision once again? Cartwheel kick. Uppercut to the stomach. Oh, look at that right fist. Knocked him woozy. Somebody might be going night-night soon. Might be putting the Mummy to sleep here tonight. Put him to rest. Lift the curse. Or will the Mummy curse the Yeti tonight? Curse him with a defeat. A big D. Oh, head kick. Look at that. Yeti looking as versatile as I've ever seen him. Oh my god, look at that knee. The jumping knee. That versatility showing up. Mummy's in a bad way. Yeti really showing off his skills. Oh, he was reaching. Thought his foot got stuck in his shoulder. That'll tear a hamstring. Oh, a lot of back and forth here. Let's see if they can finish the fight. We see a last minute knockout. Could definitely happen. We got a minute left. Look at that spinning heel kick. Mummy trying to put it away. He's trying to put it away. Big front kick. Oh, a head kick that sets the mummy down. He sits down. Both men getting lots of knockdowns, but they're not following up. They need to keep the pressure up if they're going to knock somebody the fuck out. They should know this. They've been in plenty of fights. 20 seconds here. Is somebody going to sleep? Somebody going to Dream Street? We've got 10 seconds. Will we see it? A clear, decisive winner here tonight. Doesn't look like it's going to decision once again. Unfortunate. Good fight though. Hell of a fight. I'm not sure who won, so this is going to be very surprising. I'm thinking Yeti is up on my scorecard, but we'll see. Both men gave it their all. Look at this jumping knee kick. That was impressive as hell. Yeti takes the victory. Dethrones the mummy. I've never seen the mummy lose so early in the tournament. And now the fight that I have been waiting for at least a few days. Kyle, are you in the chat? Are you here? And if you can, get Nacho to watch, because he needs to see this as well.
I'm here, Logan Cheeto.
Hey, okay guys, here we go. You guys can determine the bet of whatever you want to do, but I think it'd be interesting if you guys put next month's rent on the line for this next fight between roommates. We've got Kyle Half Pint versus Nacho Suave. It's going down. Put your bets in the chat. It'd be funny if Half Pint and Nacho voted against each other, but we're gonna let this go, baby. How'd I do on the creative? I made it as accurate as I could, boys. Let's get it. You're both wrestlers. You're both the same type of fighting style. Stats are even. Nacho says Half Pint's gonna win. So Half Pint, do you bet on Nacho winning? Here we go.
Just like him.
Both men blowing kisses at each other. The respect is there. The love is there. These two friends could be better enemies here in the KUMITE combat as we start with Half Pint and Suave. Both in the chat here tonight. Both watching themselves in a fight they've probably played 1,000 times in their head. It's every time you live with someone you're like, who'd win in a fight between me and him? We're gonna figure that out here tonight. We got Suave here in the wrestling trunks. The cool looking multicolored trunks. Definitely nailed the man bun. The beard was as accurate as I could get it. Pint's got the teal track pants. Good head kick from Pint. This is the fantasy fight I've always wanted to see. Who would really win in a fight? Rent money on the line. Kick to the head from Half Pint. The winner of this fight will take on Action Bronson, so it's not quite the award, I guess. The reward. Both men are going to be duking it out tonight and watching themselves duke it out tonight. Big fist from Nacho here. Pint's looking pissed. Looking like he took the last Coca-Cola out of the fridge.
Plot twist, the reference wins.
Yeah, the ref might get in there and break it up and kick your ass. That would be fun, though. We got to see a winner tonight. This could go decision the way it's been going. That'd be no fun. Pint making sure it's not going to decision. He's looking very active out there. Nacho's got to get some offense. Both men trying to create something. Couple of blows here from Half Pint.
Still saying. In more rushdown than that.
Definitely. Nacho, I was expecting you to have some combos or something. You're the combo kid. Nacho just looking like he doesn't want to fight his roommate. That's what it looks like right now. But Kyle is more than happy to beat some ass right now. Nacho's very hesitant out there. He's like, bro, we're good, bro. I'm sorry. Kyle's like, no, I've been wanting to do this for fucking months. 2 minutes here to go in the first round. I wish this could be a 5-round fight. I'd love to make sure we see a winner here tonight, but I had to be unbiased as I could, so let's see what the AI can do. We got Half Pint versus Suave. Both avid fans and friends of mine. Oh, Suave coming back with some punches of his own. Don't count him out. Ooh, Pint's really going for revenge out there. I'm not sure how you pissed him off so bad, Nacho, but Pint's looking aggressive out there. You guys might need to talk it out after this. We got a minute left. First round. Kick to the body. Kick to the legs. Still, I don't think Nacho really wants to hurt him.
Given me a beer gut in the game, then you would have really nailed my aesthetic.
I was trying to find the beer gut. It wasn't working. Trying to match your vibe, bro. I gave you the luchador tights too. Damn, nice. Good kick there from Suave, knocking Pint down in his ass. Yeah, unfortunately, that's like the least out of shape I could make the person. It sucks. And that's like the least amount of body hair I could put on somebody. I don't want to overdo the body hair. I don't even know. I'm just assuming you have body hair. First round in the books. Still anybody's game, but
You fired Logan.
oh, I got hair in the chest, bro. I gave Pint a little bit, but I gave you a lot more. You seem like the hairier one of the two. You have more hair in your head, so I'm assuming you have more hair everywhere else. Look at that kick to the face. Pint stumbles down. Pint, you're relatively quiet right now, Kyle. Are you just focused in the ring right now? You're not talking shit. I was expecting you to talk shit to Nacho the whole time. Whiffs the head kick. Nacho might be playing the long game. You might be...
He's lurking.
Ah, shit. He's missing out. It's the one fight I wanted him to see. Well, hopefully he moves on. For his sake. But... for your sake, I hope you move on, Nacho. Nacho might be playing the long game here. He let Kyle get rid of his aggression, tire himself out.
He's not even home. He popped in the crib for 2 seconds and then he left.
Oh, shit. Well, he ruined him. He ruined it. That's alright. You can catch the replay if you want, but... this is a match for the ages. I literally created the fool in the game. Pretty accurate, might I say, too. Kyle looks to be slowing up a little bit. Oh, maybe not.
I was about to say we'll tell him to watch the VOD in the group chat.
Oh yeah, let's definitely do that. We'll definitely catch the replay. This won't be the first time you guys do get out. Or this won't be the last time. It's the first time, but it won't be the last. Nacho firing back. Look at those kicks though from Kyle. I didn't know Kyle could get his foot up that high. Ooh, whips a kick there. Kyle throwing some punches. Man, I got a feeling you guys aren't going to knock each other out. I want to see blood. I want to see knockouts. You guys aren't even bleeding yet. We're halfway through the fight. I don't think either of the men trained hard enough for this fight. They're just staring at each other. They're getting fatigued out there. They're not normally fighters. Big fist and some kicks there. Oh, fine with the big head kick. But we do know somebody's got to move on. Nacho making sure it's going to be him. So we reach the final 2 minutes, the second round. Flows back and forth. Goes to that front kick, both men going for it, but whiffs it. Now they're just gazing into each other's eyes. What a love-hate relationship. Oh, the kick to the ribs. Back to the love gazing. Oh, followed by a fist to the face. Some jabs. Nacho, how do you feel you're doing out there? Think you're doing alright out there? Got a minute left here in the second round. Both men just kind of picking their spots here. Fatigue is settling in. It's tough, man. Tough, man, to try to go out there and try to fight that shit. It's tiring. "30 seconds left. Uppercut does not connect.
Tony, about to max on some T-Bell and watch this Tekken tournament.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds like a dream. Who would have thought you would have made this Tekken tournament? But now you're in the game, bro. I just don't know if you're faring too well out here against Pint. I'm rooting for Nacho, though. Suck it, Kyle. As we look at some highlights, I told him to put as many Nacho highlights as we could. Kapow! The foot to the skull. Here it is again in slow-mo. Oh, that's to the ribs. Oh, I didn't know. Nacho, do you have any tattoos? I didn't think you did. So I didn't bother with it. I knew Kyle had a few, but I couldn't find a Kirby on him, so I just gave him some random shit. Ooh, your ribs look pretty bad right now, Nacho, I'm not gonna lie. He's taking a lot of kicks to the ribs. Let's see if you can pull it off here. This is the last round. They're going for it now. Giving it all they got. Kyle looks like his brow's busted up there on the right eyebrow. He's looking bloody. And we like to see the blood here, Kumite. It's good shit. There's, oh, I thought the head kick was connecting. Blocked at the last second. Little leg kick, keeping him honest. It's been a pretty even fight. I thought there'd be more action though. You guys suck. You're no Mike Tyson, that's for sure. Oh, good gut punch from Suave. Kyle coming in with those kicks though. She's really showing off out here. Typical Kyle trying to show off. Oh, this stalling kick to the face. Took about 5 seconds to think about it. Here we go again. See some urgency, boys. Come on. We're live, pal. Big kick to the head from Nacho. Kyle's dizzy. He's ready for the fatality. Nacho, an avid Mortal Kombat player. He should know how to get the fatality combo. He should know the combination. Back forth, up, down. BA. Look at that. Nice kick to the head again. Nacho turning it around for himself. Plenty of time to get that KO if he wants to end it the right way. Ooh, vicious head kick from Kyle though. And then the stare down. Little shin kick, sweet shin music. Another sweet shin music, but whiffs. Gonna go for some Orange Cassidy shit. Two minutes left in the last round. Please God, let's see a knockout. Somebody needs to go lights out. Oh, head kick. Nacho bet on the other person to win. Block, release, block. Yeah, block again. Yeah, you got it down. Just gotta wait the next time he gets dizzy. Nacho not betting on himself in this one. He actually bet on half pint winning. Shows the confidence he has in my creation abilities. Knee to the ribs. We close down the final minute. Please, fighting gods, let's see a knockout.
That's a legit shin-off fatality input in MKX.
Oh, is it? Shit. Got it down to a science. To a formula. I don't know if there's any, like, fighters' fatalities that stick out of my head. Big right hand. Let's finish it off here, Notch. They never pursue. I don't know what it is with the AI. They like want to knock him out with like one punch and then they back off. They're staggered. 30 seconds. Let's see. Will this go the distance? It's got all the makings to not go the distance. Big right hand, Nacho. Will we see the knockout? Hit him with another one, Notch. Hit him with another one. No? Oh, Kyle coming back with a big fist of his own. Oh, the head kick. I thought that was it. Try to go for the buzzer beater fatality, but that'll end the fight. I honestly don't know who's going to win. I really needed to see the knockout to have a decisive winner, but looks like we'll have to do Suave Pint 2 sometime in the near future. But let's see who moved on in this fight. Who's going to fight Action Bronson? Toma, indeed. Look at that. Nice kick there at the end, Nacho. Killed it. And he wins! Nacho Suave moves on. That's right, he treated it like a marathon. He let Kyle get all of his fighting out of him. He just punches and kicks like crazy. Tired him out. And then Nacho just picked him apart towards the end. He'll move on to fight Action Bronson in the quarterfinals. And we are on the quarterfinals now. Way to go, Nacho. Congratulations. You move on in KUMITE Combat. 4 fights here in the quarterfinals. Oh my god. Well, we better just start off with a hot one. A highly anticipated fight. A dream fight, if you will. Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. Bets in the chat. Who is gonna win? My money's on Tyson. I can't count this man out. I think he's gonna repeat. It's called Episode 6, Return to the Tyson. Of course he's gonna repeat. Nacho's got Jake Paul. Well, Jake Paul had a brutal 3 rounds with Will Smith. That was pretty grueling. He came out with the victory, but Mike Tyson had a decisive victory over Vitor Belfort. It didn't last longer than the 2nd round. I mean, it was 1st round, I believe. So visibly, you can tell who's more fresh just by the amount of blood they have.
Just for the sake of conflict and going for Paul.
I appreciate that, Nacho. You gotta have somebody on either side. But Tyson's starting hot early in this 1st round. He definitely has the least amount of blood on him. Probably means he was in less of a fight than Paul had to go through. Damn, good combo there from Jake Paul. Almost tripped up Tyson. Staring each other down here.
Crimes and viewers on Mr. Store. Remove the space.
Sweet. Oh, that spinning back fist. Gotta watch out. Tyson is a master of that move now. The spinning bitch slap, he calls it. A left and an elbow from Paul. He's not backing down. Give him credit. Oh, he takes 3 big punches, though. He probably should have backed down. Tyson putting the pressure on now. Yeah, bonk his ass, Nacho. Although he said they were the best followers. Are they really the best? I already had the best fucking followers. 3 minutes. 1st round. What's gonna happen? Ooh, spinning back elbow. Doesn't get all of it though. Oh, big right fist from Mike Tyson. Paul's getting a little dizzy out there. He's been pretty dizzy this whole round. Oh, that spinning back fist. Watch out. There's a high kick from Mike Tyson. Iron Mike really showing you the versatility. He wasn't just relying off his boxing skills to win this tournament. He's pulling out all the stops. I'm not sure what Jake was doing there. I think he's concussed, folks. Spinning bitch slap doesn't connect. Yeah, Paul was just twirling around like a ballerina. Not even close to his opponent. Oh my god, just a leg kick sent him down to the ground. Not looking good for Jake. I think we're going to see the knockout we've all wanted to see. This is a matter of time. Oh, blocked his leg. That's how you know. Okay, he's just knocking his ass down. Leg kick after leg kick. Paul can't even stay on his feet. He's making it look stupid out there. Mike Tyson straight up embarrassing Jake Paul in front of a live audience. Can't even stay on his feet. He's taking leg kicks and he's just done. He's done. He gave up. He gave up. He went in for a leg kick. Mike Tyson does not miss leg day, apparently. That's why they call him Iron Mike, man. It's like striking iron. Jake Paul's legs are so damaged he went for a leg kick and must have heard something from there. Yep, just snapped his leg. This is the 2nd time we've seen a leg injury here at KUMITE. Damn. If you listen closely, It pops out of place. Honestly, I think Jake Paul did that on purpose to not get knocked out by Mike Tyson on front of TV. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, although I kind of am. But that's my conspiracy. Jake Paul just fucking threw in the towel. A TKO victory for Mike Tyson. First round. I think Jake Paul pussied out. Pretended his legs hurt more than they did. Didn't give the crowd what they wanted, and that was that knockout. So sad. Next up, Giggles, the Killer Clown from Outer Space versus Rampage Jackson. Should be a good match. Both men had to go through some hard fights to get to the next round. Rampage Jackson defeating his longtime nemesis Rashad Evans in the first round. Giggles the Clown, I believe he beat Shogun Suzuki in the second round. We're about to get down. Some rage in the Kumite cage. Jumping crane kick. Ooh. Rampage coming out with some vicious fists. Oh, there's that jumping crane kick. Man, both men going for it right away. Action picking up here. Back and forth. Ooh. It's like both men forgot how to block. Big uppercut from the Clown. Rampage still dodging a good amount of them. Rampage more of a fist guy. The Clown is definitely more of a kicker. Definitely more of a kickboxing type. Rampage is more of a stand up and knock your face off. No flips, just fists. Big uppercuts though. Clown showing he can get down with the fist too. He can take a whole fist. He likes the fist. Superman punch. Rampage going with some leg kicks here. Switching it up. The combos from Giggles though. Unrelenting. Oh, I don't know what happened there. Good timing on both men's part. They both avoided catastrophe there. Dodges a punch there. Nice kick punch combo from Giggles. Really throwing it up. Very versatile fighter he is. Oh man, the Clown is down. He's back up though momentarily. Dodges a leg kick. Rampage really throwing it into full gear here. Both men really going for each other. Picking up the action here. Back and forth. And a hell of a first round. Good body punches from Rampage. Good head blows. Some high lows. Oh, nice kick though from Giggles. That was no laughing matter. Ooh, good blow to the ribs. Giggles showing you quick combinations here. Rampage really throwing some tough punches though. We like to see a lot of back and forth action. Anybody's ball game right now. Body blows, head blows. There's a knee to the sternum. Going for that jumping nut kick. The jumping nutcracker, he calls it. Connects. Eats 2 punches for his effort. Clown getting a little too trigger happy here. Seems like Rampage is connecting more on his strikes. He's being more reserved with it. But he's hitting it. "45 seconds here in the first round. Left to go. Been a hell of a first round already. Oh my god, the Clown getting hit with some vicious blows. He's taking a moment or two to step back. Oh, the jumping crane kick. Learned that from the Mummy. Oh, both men staggered out here. Oh, the Clown is down! Rampage! Oh man, he avoids complete disaster. That kick was the one that ended the fight for the Clown in the last one. Rampage Jackson pulls it out of nowhere. Man, don't fuck with his fist, dude. Yeah, just lost that one. Clown coming in. Oh my god, got a little too happy there. Takes a right hook to the face. And the Clown goes down. Rampage Jackson making a hell of a run. Doma indeed. I didn't see that coming, folks. I thought the Clown's kick was going to connect, and that would have put Rampage out. That was literally, if he would have missed that, wouldn't have missed that, we could have seen a different winner, but we get Rampage moving on. Nice. Very interesting. And now we've got Scully Bones versus the Yeti. Freddy the Yeti. Put your bets in the chat. You got the Skeleton Man or you got the Yeti Boy? Scully Bones looked very good in his last round. Let's see if he can defeat the Yeti, who's hot off his victory. Hot off his victory against the Mummy. Nacho Suave's got Yeti winning this fight. I can't disagree with him. The man's got flexibility for his size. He's got speed. He's got power. He beat the Mummy, for Christ's sake. And maybe Scully Bones kind of winded himself, really going for that kill in the first round. He looked great. We'll see how great he really is here in the quarterfinals. Ooh, good back and forth from both creatures. Ooh, leg kick. Almost took him off his... Oh, look at he's got blood on his ass again. The Yeti is sat in ketchup once again. Or has a bruised anus. We'll figure that out later. Post-interview. I think his shirt is ripping at the shoulder, too. I mean, he's not wearing a shirt. Nice leg shot from the Yeti.
I thought Brendan Fraser beat the Mummy. Pardon TSH.
Yeah, that was the 90s, though. Or early 2000s. When did the Mummy come out? That's the only time the Mummy really lost. Officially. On record. Besides all the other tournaments he just lost. But never in the first round. That was incredible. That doesn't happen, folks. Action Bronson lost the first round, too, in the last tournament. It's very unlikely. But, you know, all these new guys come in, you know, just new blood. They're hungry for it. You get some nice leg kicks here, nice punches from the Yeti.
When that movie came out.
That's a good movie. Didn't need all the sequels, but the movie itself was pretty good. I remember the scene where all those, like, beetles or whatever the fuck were, like, filling up that room and crawling in the dude's skin. That was, like, it gave me nightmares. That part was so fucked up. 3 minutes here left in the first round. Good movie, though. Scully Bones, nice combination. Bone cracking strikes to the rib there. Ooh, see? He's really fucking his body up. Yeti down to the ground momentarily. That'll count. Scully Bones looking pretty good out there. Maybe we misjudged him. Oh, but you can't count the Yeti out.
Looks in here just in time.
Hey, what's up, Robin? You were in the quarterfinals, so we got through the whole prelims. But you're still here to see who's gonna win this shit. We got a Yeti versus a skeleton, a radioactive skeleton right now. We've had some incredible fights. Mike Tyson's still in this bitch too. He just beat Jake Paul. Jake Paul actually faked a leg injury in the fight just so he wouldn't get knocked out. He didn't want no part of Mike Tyson. So he backed out like a little pussy. 2 minutes to go. Nacho Suave won his fight against his roommate Kyle. That was part of it. He's moving on against Action Bronson in the second round.
Welcome in, bro.
But yes, welcome, Robin. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. We got about a minute left here in the first round. Oh, look at that axe kick. I didn't know you could be so flexible. Especially without any meat on your bones.
Team anyone but Jake Paul.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I was really pissed that it didn't end in a knockout. It ended in a technical knockout because he bent over and he's like, nope, my leg's gone. Just fair because, I mean, Tyson was murdering him. Oh, look at, speaking of murdering, Yeti might murder the skeleton twice tonight. Just when you think this Scully Bones has the advantage, Yeti just comes back with some devastating blows. And shifts the momentum completely back to his side. We reach the final 10 seconds here. In the first round. Both men not letting up. Not letting the clock get in the way. And the gong signifies the end of the first round. Robin, who do you think is going to win? We got the Yeti or Scully Bones, the radioactive skeleton. Been an impressive first round as we look at some of the highlights.
Yeti like envy. Scully.
Hey, Robin's got Scully. Nacho's got the Yeti. Robin's got Scully Bones. It could happen. Anything can happen here at KUMITE Combat. We've literally seen it all. We've seen Cavemen lose to Action Bronson. We've seen Brock Lesnar defeat Cavemen. We've seen Yetis fight werewolves. We've seen Stone Cold stun a few people. We've seen Chris Rock actually knock out Will Smith, which is crazy. Didn't think that was gonna happen. Oh, Yeti with a vicious right hand. Catches it, makes him pay the price for trying to go in with some fancy footwork there. Ooh, left or right, leg kick. Yeti looking good, punches and bunches. Scully better rethink his game plan. There we go, good 2 punches. Yeah, I don't know how he gets that. Like every time he fights, his ass just gets full of blood. I don't know if he's wiping his gloves, but that's what he gets. He just keeps sitting on ketchup, that's all it is.
Oh, that would make sense, lol.
Maybe. No, I don't know. That's my theory. Just randomly won the next round, he'll just have more blood in his ass. Maybe he sits down on a stool. I think there's blood in his stool, to be honest. He's been getting kicked in the ass a lot. Oh, almost got kicked in the face there. Oh, that was some kind of weird kick, but it was super effective. Final 3 minutes here in the second round. Lots of back and forth. Anybody's fight. Good kick from the Yeti. Slow but steady. Don't cue the confetti, because Freddy might not last. Because he's got blood on his ass. He might be taken back to the past if he gets knocked on his ass. Will he last? We'll see. Sizing each other up here. Calm before the storm. I'm feeling a flurry of punches in these last 2 minutes. There's a 1-2. How do you do? A little high-low. Gotta come up with the combos. You can't just be throwing any kind of punch. Gonna get caught. Yeti's sizing him down. He's been less active in this round. He better get his shit together. He's gonna want to win him the scorecard. Alright, might just win on the knockout. Big head kick. Must have heard me talking about him. He's like, okay, I guess I'll do something. Damn, look at that jumping knee to the skull of Scully. Pretty easy target, but regardless, that shit connected. Hell of a jumping knee. He did that in the last fight, too. Oh, trips him up. Well-timed kick to the shin there. Scully Bones looking like a fool right now.
Loser gamer energy Scully.
Scully's trying. It's hard, man. How do you fight against the Yeti? The stare down continues as we reach the final minute here. See, Scully's not even doing that bad. It's just 3 punches are as effective as like that kick to the head. My God. Holy shit. The Yeti just has more power, man. Sometimes it just comes all down to the power. And Nacho wins the bet on that one. That kick sent him into the future. He literally, his soul left his body so he could watch himself get knocked the fuck out like that. Oh my God. Scully Bones. Will we see you next week? I don't know. He needs to recover. The Yeti's like, what? I do this all the time. It's just a leg kick. That was devastating. That'll end up on the highlight reel for sure. Freddy Yeti moves on. What a hell of a run. He beat the legendary Mummy. Impressive win over Scully Bones. Now he's going to face Mike Tyson in the semifinals. That's going to be a hell of a fight. If anybody can beat a Yeti, it's going to be Tyson, right? Good game indeed, man. That was a good fight. Here we go, Nacho. What are your odds, man? It was a hell of a kick. Let's see how great you can kick against Action Bronson. We've got the newcomer, my moderator himself, Nacho Suave, coming against one of the finest rappers of New York and a fine-ass chef. His name is Action Bronson. We're letting this ride. Bets in the chat. This might be a one-sided fight. We'll see. We'll see. Who knows what Nacho's got? He's unpredictable. Blowing a kiss to Action Bronson. The ultimate insult. Here we go. Nacho's got himself in this one. That's a bold move, Nacho. It's a bold move. You're in there with a crafty vet. This man's been at the original KUMITE. He's the inaugural KUMITE combat champion. Action Bronson taking out the likes of Stone Cold. Take out the likes of Tyson Fury, Brock Lesnar, Kimbo Slice, Bruce Buffer. The list goes on and on. Could Nacho Suave be added to that list tonight? We'll see. Nacho looking pretty good here from the beginning. But Nacho went through 3 grueling rounds against his roommate, Half Pint. Bronson, it went 1 round, I think, against Little Clout. So he's definitely the fresher man in this fight. Ooh, Bronson, vicious right hand there.
Nacho Suave same.
Robin's got Nacho Suave winning as well. All this Action Bronson hate. He feeds off the hate. He loves it. He loves the doubters. That's what needs. Action Bronson needs that fire under his ass, so that might help. Ever since the first couple of KUMITE combats, he hasn't been the same fighter. Let's see if he can bring that out of him tonight. Good uppercut there. Suave going for a head kick. Whips another kick. Blocks a good couple of punches there from Bronson. Oh, tries to go for a right. Gets hit with a right of his own. Oh, nice front kick there from Nacho. Nacho, you looking good. You're holding your own. Oh. Couldn't block that punch though. Halfway through the first round here. Nacho really holding his own out there against the legend. The man, the myth, the legend.
I trained my whole life for this moment.
Nacho, you're the dark horse of the tournament. We're all secretly rooting for you. Let's see what you got, kid. He trained his life for this moment. He somehow knew that he was going to be involved in KUMITE combat at some point in his life. And goddamn it paid off. He's here, man. He's in the big time. And what better big time fight than against a legend? Good head kick there. Bronson looking a little phased. Bronson going for a head kick. Nobody there. Ooh, gut punch. Uppercut. About to hit the last minute here in the first round. Uppercut from Nacho Suave. Nacho! The left hook. Killer 2-punch combos from both gentlemen. Oh, Nacho on the ground.
I love all these punches and kicks everybody's with an XD.
I thought you trained your whole life for this moment. You whipping a lot, dude. Big head kick, though. That one connects. I think you hit him with your kneecap, though. Ooh, that's a good leg punch kick combo. That's smart. Stagger him with the legs so he just opens up and hit him right in the temple. Nacho trying to put his ass on the ground to even this fight up a bit. 1 knockdown to 0 right now. Ooh, Bronson making him pay. Action Bronson, don't play around. 10 seconds left, first round.
Little drunk right now, Logan. That's why I'm with my attacks.
Yeah, dude, I feel you too. I'm drinking too. It's that kind of Monday. You must have been drinking in the back with the Wolfman. He was drunk too earlier. He was not putting his hands up in his fight. That'll end the first round, I believe. If you look at some highlights, that's the one that put him on the ground. On to the third beer. And on to the second round. Let's duke it out. Oh, it's hot. It's starting off hot. Oh my god, the flurry. It's too much to handle. Big left from Action Bronson. Oh, look at that uppercut. It's a ridiculous uppercut. Nacho to the ground. He's back up though. He's got the heart of a champion. A little tipsy, but he's got the heart of a champion indeed. Down to the ground again. Bronson setting him up for failure. Unfortunately, I smell the knockout. Who knows? Could prove me wrong. Nacho still got some fight in him. Gotta love seeing it. Man's got knocked down 3 times. He's still up. Down South 617 said he'd suck Dustin Poirier's cock. Can't argue that. You like what you like, right? He's probably got a hell of a cock.
He deserves it.
Unfortunately, he's not in KUMITE Combat this week, but maybe I'll create his cock in the gang. Start cock smashing people. Thanks for joining, bro. We do this every Monday. We do fantasies, celeb fighters, and legends and shit. Usually just let it ride to the AI and see where we go. Knockouts only, no ground game. Stand and bang each other. We've got my moderator right now, Nacho Suave, against Action Bronson. Nacho Suave's first appearance. He beat his roommate to get to the second round here. Three minutes left. Second round. Oh no, Nacho to the ground. This is UFC 4. Oddly enough. Oh, that's it. That's it. Sorry, Nacho. But you got knocked the fuck out in my best Chris Tucker impersonation.
Looks like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that's definitely the vibe. This is like some venue called KUMITE or some shit. Once I saw this, I'm like, oh, this is gold. I need to make some kind of tournament thing on my Twitch. Nacho down, dude. He looks, look at his face. Just, oh, yeah. How'd it feel getting knocked out by Action Bronson, Nacho?
I've never seen it. It's cool.
Yeah, this is the shit, man. I didn't know about this either. I was just randomly on the game one day and was doing the tournament, and it said venue for create a tournament. It says KUMITE. I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So I checked it out, and I'm like, oh, this is exactly what I wanted. So sorry to say, Nacho Suave loses that round. We've got a hell of a semifinals for us. We've got Mike Tyson versus Freddy the Yeti, and then we've got Rampage Jackson making a hell of a run. The dark horse of the tournament right now, at least, against Action Bronson, a legend in his own right.
He put up a great fight. I knew he was gonna hit hard, but not that hard.
Yeah. Nacho, you did great, man. You did great. You can't bow your head. You beat Half Pint. Unfortunately, it wasn't a knockout, but you still won. And you put up a good fight against someone that is a very, very lethal fighter that we've seen from these last tournaments. He is a vet, the inaugural winner. You can't get mad at that, you know? Good effort, man. As I spill beer in myself, we're going to move on. We're in the semifinals.
Are you into boxing?
Kinda, sorta. So I was into I like watching classic fights, like if it's a Mike Tyson fight or a Rory Jones Jr. fight, some stuff like that. But I don't really keep up with boxing these days, and I don't really keep up with UFC these days. This was just a free game, so I'm like, I'm taking it. And I really liked UFC for a while, like when I was a kid, like growing up, like Rampage Jackson, Rashad Evans, Chuck Liddell, kind of like the legends is kind of where I gravitate towards with this sport. You know, I still keep my ear to the ground, so to speak. Alright, here we go. Semifinals. This is KUMITE Combat 6. Episode 6, Return of the Tyson. Will we see Mike Tyson get another victory here? He came in, made his debut last tournament with great fashion, just walked through the competition. Today, he already dethroned Vitor Belfort on massive amounts of steroids. He knocked him out in the first round. He knocked out TKO'd Jake Paul. Jake Paul actually faked a leg injury in the first round and dipped out because he didn't want to get his ass beat by Mike Tyson. Fair enough. But we got to see that rematch for the next tournament. And here we go against Freddy Yeti. Let's see how this works. Maybe his toughest challenger yet. I mean, besides Steve Austin, that was a tough one in the last tournament. He won pretty decisively, though. Bets in the chat. Do you have Mike Tyson? Or do you think a Yeti is going to beat him? Do you think Mike Tyson can beat a Yeti in real life? Let me know. He looks ready. Ready to fuck shit up. But the Yeti looks ready. Knees weak, arms are heavy. Mom's spaghetti. Maybe it's just spaghetti sauce on his ass. We're trying to figure out how he got all the blood on his ass. Here we go. Highly anticipated. Alright, Yeti, you going down. Mike Tyson's been born to kill Yeti.
Can't beat a Sasquatch.
We'll see. This is the closest thing I can get to a Sasquatch in this game. Although I do have a caveman who kind of looks like a Sasquatch. Good gut punch there from Tyson. Tyson definitely the freshest fighter. That's the thing too. Like, this is a 4. If you keep winning, that's 4 fights in a row. And he's gone 2 fights so far that haven't gone past the first round. The Yeti, on the other hand, has been through 2 grueling battles. So we'll see. I don't know. It'll be a pretty even fight. It's gonna be even fight indeed, but I don't know. Something in my tummy's telling me Tyson's gonna pull out with the victory. He's gonna get the V. The Yeti's gonna get the giant D. The defeat. We'll see though. I could be wrong. I've been wrong plenty of times before. Look at these cartwheel kicks from the Yeti. Showing his flexibility. Somebody's been doing their DDP yoga. Now I'm just envisioning the Yeti doing DDP yoga workouts with Diamond Dallas Page. Oh, that's good. Tyson, big front kick. Tyson's been throwing some good kicks here this tournament so far. Not normally known as a guy who throws a lot of kicks, being a boxer and all that, but don't count it out. He's adapting to the ways of the KUMITE. And his cartwheel kicks are coming in flush. Blocks that last one though. Spinning back elbow misses. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but Tyson down on the ground. That counts. That's a takedown. Or a knockdown, whatever you want to call it. Here we go. Stand still. The calm before the storm. Calm before the storm. Ooh, there we go. Good exchange there. 2 good ones from Tyson. Whiffs the head kick. Uppercut. Almost knocks the head off of Yeti. See who that really is behind the mask. Good blow to the ribs. A 1-2. How do you do from Mike Tyson? Yeti delivering some punches of his own. Nice head kick. 1:30. This is a hell of an episode of Mike Tyson's Mysteries. We're gonna figure out who's under that Yeti mask. Who's wondering where Pigeon's at? Big right hand from Yeti staggers Mike Tyson.
Question, but can you continue to hit your opponent while your opponent is in stagger frames?
Yes and no. So like if he's just staggered and like the screen turns all red and shit, you can still pursue. I don't know why the AI doesn't do it as much as like say if I control, you can see a big difference. Like if I'm fighting, I'm definitely pursuing until the end. Like I'd be punching the shit out of him right there. But if he fell, you have to wait for them to get back up. You can't just like punch him on the ground or whatever. So there's always that little delay. I try to anticipate it to where like he falls, I try to throw it like a head kick right at the right time of him getting up so he has no chance of blocking it. Other than that, yeah, if he's just staggered though, they can go and pursue him. I just don't know why they don't choose to do that all the time. They might run their stamina dry. The AI has a mind of its own. 15 seconds, first round, hotly contested. I had a feeling this was going to be the semi-final round. Once I put these guys in there, I'm like, oh yeah, the Yeti and Tyson are definitely going to fight. End of the first round. If you look at some highlights, that knocked the Yeti down. I'd say Tyson probably has the advantage right now. I think both men knocked each other down once. One was more of a technicality on Yeti's part.
I was about to say, cause that's how I whip your ass in MK. Stagger frames.
Yeah, you have the stagger frames down in that nacho. That's for sure. The stagger frames and the juggling, it needs to stop. It's too much to handle for someone that doesn't know about that shit. Oh yeah, well I'll play fucking Street Fighter against it. See who's talking shit after that. Oh, the spinning back elbow. 2 more punches, connect and knock Yeti down. Yeti down again. Uh-oh. It's the Mike Tyson show. It's all Tyson here early on in the second round. Let's see if he can keep the pressure up.
I can still teach you the ways of MK Logan.
Maybe. There's so many games I gotta get to, Nacho. I can't be really good at that game. It takes hours. Days, months, years. I've been playing that game for years and I've definitely plateaued. Nice uppercut from Yeti. Oh! Knocks Tyson back down. Momentum has shifted. Tyson now on the defense. What an incredible fight so far, folks. It can go anybody's way. I've never felt that so legitimately in a fight before, that literally either of these guys can go down at this point. Back and forth, back and forth. Yeti trying to get some punches in. Good jab from Tyson. Wish to kick both men with him. We reach the final 3 minutes here in the second round. Good 1-2 punches here, throwing the combos. Good block to the ribs. Oh, he leaned into the cartwheel kick. Mike Tyson, I don't know what he's thinking. Yeti hit him with a big tree trunk to the face there. He's dummy thick. He's got them thick legs. Oh, look at that head kick. That almost turned him off for a second. His body's shutting down. Will Mike Tyson lose to the Yeti? Fun fact, I almost called this episode 6 Return of the Yeti, because it looks like Jedi when you look at it. But... oh shit, the Yeti! Oh my god, it is Return of the Yeti! He dethrones the previous champion, the Yeti! Who had that in their bingo card, my god! Yeti pulls off a fantastic kick to the skull. Mike Tyson, of all people, just got knocked the fuck out. Done. Yeah, that, well, it was like he punching him in the face. Yeti moves on to the finals. Holy shit. I actually did not see that coming. I thought we were going to see Tyson walk his ass into the finals once again. He's had layup after layup in this whole round. Yeti, man, going through some grueling fights to get here, too. A third round fight against the Mummy that went to a decision. Second round TKO knockout, Scully Bones. Fuck, Tyson he literally was in 2 rounds before that fight. I thought he was going to move on into the finals. I guess I'm wrong. Anything can happen here at KUMITE KOMBAT. just proving that once again. But who's gonna meet him in the finals? We're gonna see. Should be an epic fight. Bets in the chat. Rampage Jackson or Action Bronson. It's gonna be a difficult choice. Jackson looking very good though. He was in one tournament previously, early on. I don't know how far he got, but this is a hell of a run. Nacho says Bronson. I can't disagree with that. It's Action Bronson. And plus, I think Nacho wants to lose. He wants the guy he lost to win the tournament. It makes him look better, right? That's what I would think. It's like getting beat out in the playoffs to get to the world champs. You know, you can't feel bad about that. Starting off hot. My God. Bronson's not fucking around. Very active here early on. Spun Rampage down in like a complete 360 for a second there. I don't know what happened there. Ooh, Rampage trying to throw some strikes back of his own. Ooh, straight to the face. Uppercut. A left from Bronson. Big uppercut from Action. Action Jackson. It's Action versus Jackson. That's crazy. Who's gonna win? The clear size advantage going to Rampage, but given Bronson's history, we know he can defeat any sized opponent. When you can beat fucking Tyson Fury, who's like 6'9", probably the biggest fighter in this game, next to the Yeti, anything's possible here. We've seen miracles before. I wouldn't even call them miracles anymore. Nice jabs there. Bronson looking good. He's looking very highly efficient right now. Rampage gets some offense in of his own now. There he goes. He flurries of punches. He can. Great offense for himself now. Three minutes left, first round. Ooh, nice right hook from Rampage. Oh, eats a right from Action. Nice left there from Rampage Jackson as Finn enters the Kumite. Finley! Hey, buddy! Jump up here. Get up here. Get up here. Get up here. Get up here, buddy. Finn enters the Kumite. Say hello, buddy. Who do you think's gonna win? Action Bronson? His money's on Bronson. He told me Action Bronson's gonna win. Are you right? That's a good guess. You watch every week. Okay. Alright. Okay, you can get down. Good boy. Been excited for this fight. He's been waiting for this exact fight. Big fan of both. Oh, Rampage looking stumbly bumbly out there. Good gut punch from Bronson. Whiffs the head kick though. Kick to the ribs. Crunchy. Powerful right fist there from Jackson. Ooh, good combination from Bronson. Less than a minute here to go. We see that first round KO. It could be likely. Both men really getting their shit in. Oh man, nice back and forth. Bronson stumbling, bumbling, got the worst of it. A little left, a little right. Both men trying to punch each other before the other one can punch them. 10 seconds. Oh, nice haymaker. Woo! Forcing Rampage Jackson to retreat for a quick moment. There's the gong. First round complete. Action is at an all-time high right now. As we look at some of these highlights. Pow, pow, pow. Oh, his fist got stuck in his crevice. Like that. Ooh, that one looked ugly. As we look at the same thing 3 times in a row. No, that was a different one. Okay. Second round. Here we go. Here we go! The fist bump. Love to see it. Oh man. Rampage sneaks out a nice right fist to the cheekbone. Action's a little stunned. He's back on his feet. That was ready to go. Maybe not. He's still staggering. Not gonna lie, Rampage Jackson looking really good out there. Bronson's still holding his own regardless of how many times he's been stunned and staggered. This could be Rampage Jackson's moment, man. Maybe not! Bronson looking to redeem himself from the last tournament. Big double uppercut, a couple of uppercuts there. Knocks Rampage to the ground. We're back up, we're fighting. How much longer? We don't know. We got 4 minutes left in the second round, that's all I know. Plenty of time to knock somebody the hell out. As long as Bronson can stay composed, gathers, not get too crazy, and trigger happy about it, I think he might have this fight. You never know. Rampage Jackson can sneak out a nice... All it takes is one little uppercut, one little hook. You're done, son. Ask the clown. Nice right to the face. Rampage down to the ground. Once again. Action Bronson scores another knockdown. Mark that up on the cue card. Bronson definitely going for a good series of different locations there with his punches. Going for the gut. Little low high, high low. Mixing it up. Ooh, ducks the uppercut. Rampage down again. How many times can the man fall down and get back up before he just falls down and doesn't get back up? He stays down. That's what Action Bronson's wondering now. I'm sure that's going through his head. He's got to keep focused on his game plan, his technique, his form. It's working. He's got to keep blocking the vicious punches there. Come up with some cannons of his own. Oh, like that. Oh my god. Rampage literally, the delayed fall on his face. That was insane. I can't believe he's still up and moving. We got 2 minutes left in the second round. How much longer can Rampage take the punishment? And he's still dishing out punishment of his own though. That's the crazy part. Rampage really showing his heart in this tournament. My god. He's taking a beating out there, but he's dishing one too. He's not going to make it easy on his opponent. Look at that. Trading blows left and right. Bronson on the ground now. Anybody's fight still. Good googly moogly. Trading blows. They're not stopping the action right now, that's for damn sure. Both men still going in. letting the punches fly. 1 minute to go in the second round. Will we get to the end? Will we get to the third round? I don't see this going the distance. You add another 5 minutes, somebody's done. Could happen even in this last minute, who knows? Hey, there it is! Somewhat called it. Action Bronson. That wasn't even the most vicious punch I've seen in a fight, but it was the one that hit in the right spot at the right time. Action Bronson back in the finals. Return of the Bronson, that's what this episode should be called. Look at that, lights out. It's me, the blue chip 9000. Moves on. Toma! Action Bronson. Nacho, again, with another correct bet. Great job. You're doing great at calling fights out. Action Bronson. He'll see the Yeti in the finals. Here we go. It's been a hell of a tournament so far, folks. If you've stuck along this long, you have reached the finals. A quick breakdown of how we got here. The Mummy comes in, or not the Mummy, the Yeti comes in and fights the Mummy 3 rounds. It goes the distance. The judges give him a nod. The Mummy's not one to fuck with, so that was a huge nod. Goes into the second round against Scully Bones, who had an impressive first round KO. Looked great out there. Didn't go the distance. It went the second round. Yeti with a knockout. A devastating knockout. Huge head kick that knocked Scully Bones pretty much his head from his shoulders, for sure. And then, upset of the century. It's hard to call things an upset when you're such a big freak of nature like the Yeti is, but he beats Mike Tyson, the defending champ, in the second round. That was, did not see that coming. And Action Bronson here had to lay up the first round against Lil Clout. Gave him some more followers. First round KO, put that on the Instagrams. And he moved on to the second round against Nacho Suave, my moderator himself, who, impressive showing. Give a round of applause for Nacho Suave. What an impressive showing in his first KUMITE combat. Made all the way to the second round. Lasted an entire round with Bronson, and before he got knocked out in the second round. Just comes with the territory when you're against a legend like Action Bronson. Defeats Rampage Jackson, who had a hell of a run in this tournament, who also defeated Rashad Evans and Giggles the Clown, who had a hot run. That was a first round knockout. That was insane. But regardless, his efforts went in vain when he lost to Action Bronson in the second round knockout. And here we go. The finals. What we've all been waiting for. If you haven't yet, make sure to follow me before we begin in this final round. We do this every Monday. If you like what you see, tune in 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. on Central Time. Every Monday we'll be doing KUMITE combats for the foreseeable future. And let's see who's going to win number 6. You can check out, I've got a bunch of highlights for all the previous KUMITE combats we did, all the knockouts and cool ass moments from previous ones. Definitely check those out. They're you'll find them if you just go to highlights. And then all of them are still saved. You can check out the old ones on YouTube because I know there's a 2-week deal on Twitch. But yeah, let's get into it. Bets in the chat. Who's winning? Who's taking home the gold? Will we see Action Bronson win his second title? Or will the Yeti finally capture that tournament championship? The moment we've all been waiting for. These two have been waiting even longer. Nacho Suave's got Yeti. He thinks we're going to have a new champion. My money is on Action Bronson. I think we're going to have a repeat champion. Although the Yeti he's fresh off a win against Tyson, so I'm probably going to lose this bet, but, you know. Got to be a contrarian. Look at that, 1-2 from Bronson, looking good. This is a 5-round championship match, so every championship we see a knockout. This goes until somebody's done. We don't do decisions here, baby. Oh, Bronson, big hits. Yeti on the ground early. Bronson is a giant killer, dude. He is David against Goliath in almost every fight. He's knocked out Caveman. He's knocked out Tyson Fury. He's knocked out Brock Lesnar. It doesn't matter your size. It's about the heart. And Action Bronson is the heart to compete in these tournaments. He's not only a rapper and a chef and talks about ancient aliens all the time. He's also a great martial artist. I should get Wiz Khalifa in here since he does a lot of... He trains for UFC and shit now too. I'm sure there's a Wiz Khalifa model I can copy out there. Put that in the back pocket. Yeti, looking a little defensive out here. Looking a little timid. Not throwing those kicks, he's going in with some punches. He's not careful. Gets too close to Bronson, that's his wheelhouse. Those little arms can pack a good punch. He's got to play his reach advantage. Yeti just kind of circling his opponent. Bronson's getting in there though. 3 minutes left in the first round. Good uppercut from the Yeti. Oh my god, but 3-4 punches from Action Bronson. My god. Oh, vicious head kick from the Yeti. Oh, Bronson going in but gets a head kick for his troubles. Yeti looking pretty good now. Really picking up the pace here in the end of the first round. Gotta make sure he doesn't end up on the highlight reel. In that sense, at least. Now he's really creating some space. Oh, for momentarily though. Bronson gets off a nice right hook. Stuns Yeti once again. Oh, another stunning right hook. Oh, but Bronson on the ground now. A well-timed, well-placed uppercut from Freddy. The Yeti puts Bronson on the ground for the first time. Brock can't even keep up. Bronson now sends Yeti on the ground. Back and forth, big cartwheel kick. Misses that hook there. Nice dodge from the Yeti. Another good dodge. Blocks the head kick. Saw that coming. Nice uppercut from Action Bronson. Yeti down once again. This might be the 5th or 6th knockdown already. Yeti looking okay though, besides the knockdowns. It's been a lot of back and forth. Yeti really put the pressure on. Bronson down. Big head kick, Bronson down again. Yeti's going for the gold. He's going for the gold and he wins. Freddy the Yeti takes the giant V tonight. Bronson so close to his 2nd ever KUMITE Combat win, but the first time champion, Freddy the Yeti, in his 3rd appearance. 3rd time's a charm for him, folks. Just he did the right thing. He fucking pressured when the dude was stunned. That's the difference. He didn't let up the offense towards the end there. Now for Suave, another correct guess, bro. Suave, you're the real winner tonight. Regardless of how the tournament went for you. Freddy Yeti, you're looking at your new KUMITE Combat champion. It should have been episode 6 Return of the Yeti. Damn it. I fucked up the title. I totally thought Mike Tyson was going to win. If it wasn't going to be Yeti, it was probably going to be Tyson. Damn, what a hell of a fight. That was a first round knockout. And there you have it, folks. Your newest champion of KUMITE Combat. You'll see him defend his title next Monday, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Central Time. Make sure to be there. Thank you all so much for tuning in, man. I'm so close to that 50 affiliate following. So if you haven't already, man, please hit me with that follow. And I'll hit you with a follow back. And I hope to see you here next week. We're doing some more KUMITE Combat, but tomorrow I'll be on as well. And Thursday, I'm going to be doing some old school PS2 streaming. Got my PS2 all set up on my home-built arcade. I'm going to be streaming it through my laptop and a little capture card. I'm going to be taking a stroll down memory lane. I think I'm going to play... I'm going to let the chat kind of dictate what games I'm playing, but I picked out a good handful. Gauntlet game, Sega Soccer Slam, Def Jam Vendetta Fight for New York, Simpsons Hit and Run, maybe even SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. It's going to be a whole gambit of things. Beautiful Joe is on the list too, Nacho. If you tune in and recommend it, I'll definitely play it. That'll be interesting because I stopped playing that game many months ago, and I feel like I'm at a very hard part where I feel like I'm going to have to start from scratch maybe because I'm probably suck at the game again, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's tomorrow at 8 p.m. And thank you all so much for tuning in. Have a good rest of your night, people.